Chase was saying yesterday that he thought it was a particularly physical practice on Tuesday. Would you agree with that? And why was that the case?
Well, it was a good, legitimate practice, that's for sure. First legitimate one we've had in a number of weeks. The D-line was back, and we got some good work in.
Anything in particular, not schematically wise, but generally speaking, that you need to improve on from UCLA?
Well, we're looking to make a big jump and big leaps from week 1 to week 2. That goes for any season, especially this season where we're a new group on offense, and we finally got on the field, which was great. So many people worked long and hard for us to get on the field and get some experience, and so it was invaluable. We're looking forward to applying those lessons learned this Saturday in Corvallis.
Can you expand a little bit? Chase said the fact that the defensive linemen were available for practice made a big deal. Can you expand on why that is?
Well, you've been to football games and football practice. You know it's a physical game. It's 11 on 11, and it's best to train that way in preparation for something you're going to do on a game day. So it was a good practice, and we're looking to have another one. We need to stack a number of good practices in line this week so we can have a chance to get that result that we want on game day.
Thanks.
Okay, we'll move to David Bush from Bear Insider.
Yeah, Coach, Chase was under a lot of pressure for most of that game. Now, was that something UCLA was doing that you were having trouble dealing with? Was it tactical? What was the problem there, and how do you fix it?
Yeah, I think we've got a lot of good film to build upon from the UCLA game. They're a good defensive line. They've got 1 or 2 probable first-round draft picks on that line. They did a great job, and I know we'll get better from here on out. I'd say a combination of factors at times, but we'll want to do a lot better and get the ball out of the QB's hand when we do call passes.
Thanks.
You bet.
Okay, Trace Travers from Rivals.
Yeah, good to see you this morning, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Was there anything else on the UCLA tape that kind of stood out to you looking back as to how you guys couldn't get much going explosively downfield in the passing game?
Yeah, we sure tried, and sometimes it doesn't work out. Some days it doesn't work out like we would expect. So we're back at the drawing board and going to hopefully have a lot better results going forward and creating explosives both in the run game and the pass game. Explosives are crucial to winning football games. Between that and turnover margin, they really correlate to whether you like the way the scoreboard looks at the end or not.
Mm-hmm. And was there anything that stood out about maybe the wide receivers not getting the kind of release that you want? You guys weren't able to run the ball maybe as effectively. Was there anything specific that you saw? Well, across the board, we didn't do a lot of things that we intend to do in the future. So the guys worked hard. I know the players were excited to play. We're excited to coach. And so we're going to build on those lessons learned. Sometimes you learn more from when you stub your toe than your triumphs. And we definitely stubbed our toe on Sunday. So we're looking forward to making great improvement from that day. Mm-hmm. And what have you seen from the Oregon State defense so far? Very physical group. They played Washington very well. The Washington State game's a little different. As we know, they're more spread out. But the game against the Huskies on Saturday night was a physical tussle. And they've got, a lot of good players. They're very well coached. So, we're looking forward to the matchup. Yeah. And I know you don't get to go against him directly, but your nephew plays for Oregon State. How proud are you to see what an impact he's having for the Beavers? Yeah, he's a great kid, a little bit of a late bloomer in high school, and now is getting some opportunities to play, Pac-12 college football. A lot to be thankful for. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, we'll go back to David Bush from Bear Insider.
Yeah, Coach, Trace took part of my question, but just could you get a little more specific about Oregon State's defense and the style they play, and are they similar to UCLA, and what sort of things do they like to do?
Yeah, they're similar. They've got, their defensive coordinator was in Wisconsin with Justin Wilcox. And so similar approach, similar setup and scheme, to what you'd see, from a Cal defense. But they've got some good guys. Their linebackers are really good tacklers. They're not real tall, so they've got good pad level. They take on blocks. they're the strength of their defense. I would say they're doing a nice job with their pass rush. And then they've got a 6'4" corner, as you know, from Stockton. He's a good player, and their safeties are real sharp. Really only one senior in the back end, but obviously they've had 2 games. We've had a game on Sunday morning, and we're looking to improve upon our initial game, and I'm sure they're looking to make strides after their initial 2 games.
And when you look at the tape of your Cal's game against Oregon State last year, is this defense similar to the one that came to Memorial Stadium last year?
Yep, it is. It's a similar in structure. They've got a lot of the same players. Looks like they're a little bit more dynamic, I would say, along the front. Their D line is more dynamic maybe than they were last year, where they had some big guys that were mainly run stuffers. So very similar, like you said.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, guys, any further questions for Coach here? If you do, give you a couple seconds to put them in the chat. All right, Coach, I think you're good.